Hello, welcome to Flory Models Daily Vlog. Here we are, Friday, end of another week, 24th of July 2015. To be honest, I haven't got massive amounts done today. We had Rob in the studio this morning, one of our members. Great to see you, Rob. Hope you enjoyed your little bit of time here and all the rest of it. From my point of view, I did the weathering on this guy, which I know you can't see too well. We've got the camera. We've unmasked as well. I think I might have gone a bit over the top on the exhaust. I'll try and do something a bit classy, a bit flash down there on the APU exhaust there. Didn't really work as well as expected. I might spray it over and redo that area, not too sure yet. We'll see how it pans out over time. Done the weapons fit for it. To be honest, we've masked the stripes in because the ones on the decal sheet, they're just nasty, they're horrible. So we're doing those. So we're going to have 4 AM rounds under here, a couple of ASRAMs on the wings, and then we'll probably leave the inner slight 2 pylons empty, but they're on there because it's got fuel tanks, and I might stick a couple of 30-second scale laser guided bombs on the front here just to make it look like she's fully tooled up and everything's ready to go. Generally, that's basically it for the paint stage. Really happy how the weathering all turned out. As you can see underneath, we've got some weathering underneath there as well, and it's basically done. So what we're going to do probably Monday now, got a bit of a busy weekend, we're going to mask and take care of the lighting system, get that put up. So what we're going to do is going to cut these castle ones either to shape, or if we can drill out the clear part, put them over the top, so they'll just be a drop fit over the top. Same with the wingtip ones as well, and the underside one. Then we get the battery pack and installed and get it on that acrylic rod. But from an aircraft point of view, apart from all the aerials and all the little bits which quite frankly are going to ping off, then you know, they're going to go on definitely last. So once we've got all the lighting done, canopy in, pilot I've still got to do. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do the helmet, put those lumps and bumps on Monday, but generally it's basically there. So absolutely fantastic with that one. Now, the thing is, had a play after I finished filming, and we played with the prop on the front of this one, which is all just slightly out of reach. Now, the motor itself, I thought had packed up, because when I put the prop in, all the rest of it, put the motor on, 1.5 volt, nothing, okay? Took it out, checked it, no, it is running, but it looks like the tube, which is, I just grab them here, I've cut this to the right length and everything else, but the tube itself, I think the hole in the middle isn't central. So what does that mean? It means it throws everything off bore. So instead of just spinning, it's actually doing this. So it's rubbing on the inside of the engine, so it jams. So actually what you can actually do is sand this down a little bit and get it to free, but now it's starting to vibrate a little bit more. So what I'm electing to do, I've got some brass rod here, is to actually change this over for a brass rod. I've got the one where it's like one inside the other, so I can get to this diameter and redo it with a nice piece of brass rod which is straight and not off center, because when you put this on at the moment it's like all over the place in here, but generally it's, you know, when you come in and you put this in, you fit it in, when you turn it you can feel it scratch, scratch, scratch. So I know it's like doing this instead of just spinning normally, but I think we can get around the problem. You know, we don't want this thing running at 1,000,000 miles an hour and cutting people's hands off when it's on the display table and things like that. I wanted it to be turning quite slowly, as if the prop is literally just at idle, doing an engine run test, things like that, and then that way, you know, nobody's going to put their hand in there and lose it, or the prop come flying off and start, you know, trying to kill someone like a ninja star and things like that. So hopefully we're going to get around that little bit of problem, and then next week these two should be done and out of the way. I'm definitely hoping so, in time for the Geek Meat barbecue, because I want these finished and ready for that one. So I'll be pushing through really heavily to get them in. But as I say, coming along nicely with the Typhoon. It's a couple of things I do like, which I was talking about to Rob as well. The engines at the back now, they've got a real, like underneath studio lights you get some weird lighting effects anyway, but I don't know if you see, but this is the AK metals, and it actually has that nice sort of heat blur to it. It's got a little bit of blue and red in that, so it's actually transferring through really nicely and giving us a nice look and everything else. So really am looking forward to getting this one mounted up on its display and finished and out of the way. So I think literally another few days on this one and it will be done. As I say, weapons fit's done the canopy, unmasked it all today, done the post shading and things like that. So really once they're all dry and everything else, we can really start pushing on and getting that one to a head. I do have to mention, I did have a message from the guys at Badger. They contacted me overnight and said what a great review we'd put up, which is quite nice of them, and everything else. Now, this pointed out a few little things to me I just wanted to pass on. First of all, obviously I put this down with a 0.2 needle set, which I thought worked perfectly, had no problem. They do recommend, and it says here on the back, about applying with a 0.5 needle. So apparently you get a nicer effect. Personally, I can't imagine it'd be any nicer, because it's really pretty perfect from what I can tell with it going down. And the other thing as well, there's a couple more colours of this coming out, which they're hopefully going to send me, which obviously I'll bring to you as soon as I've got. But they are going to be doing this one in an olive drab, in that sort of red rusty colour, and they're doing it in a yellow as well. Okay, so there's some nice new colours of this coming along as well. It's styrene vinyl resin, so that's how you do it. So it's styrene res is how you actually pronounce it. But anyway, I had a great email from them. They answered a few of my questions I had and things like that. And as I say, top stuff, this stuff, and hopefully it'll be widely available everywhere really soon. Spoke to a couple of you about the Vigan yesterday after the review went up about the pylons. They agree with me. It should have pylons because they do for the weapons fit. Obviously it's capable of carrying Sparrow, Sidewinder and everything else on the wingtips. I don't know. I know that there's aftermarket people out there. The original company, under a different guise, it's like a sister company or something to them. They do some aftermarket stuff, but I'm not sure how you do those on there. I don't know if there is a set available where it has that lower pylon for things like Sidewinders and Sparrows to go on with those. But as I say, it's something you're going to have to look into. I'd not mass up on this lot. I don't know much about it, but what I do know is it's missing pylons. So you sort of get half a pylon with it, but you know, hopefully they will sort something else like that out. And as I say, that's about it for those ones. If you got any feedback on the actual reviews and that, just ping me a thing and I'll try and sort it out for you. This week I was really hoping to get the stirring up dust sig all sorted and things like that, but for one reason or another I really just haven't got around to it. I might have a bit of a fiddle on it on Sunday and see if I can get it all sorted and up to date. The medals, to be honest, the reason there's a slight delay is that instead of having the old Flory Models logo in the middle, the red one, they're actually doing the new one with the Flory Models gold in it, and that's what's taken the time. So hopefully they'll be done this week, should be by Wednesday, so then we'll get them out to you at the end of next week with a little something as well for everybody who took part. And as I say, I did want to go through some of the group builds and the various things, but to be honest, today I really run out of time on this one. So what I'm going to do is we're going to leave you with a sort of snapshot of what's happened over really the last 2 weeks, completed build, some of it. It's not everything, I've just taken the first handful from each sort of category from the gallery, because there is some absolutely stunning work in there this week and everything else. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave you with that. Next week what we're going to do is really push on with these. I'm going to catch up with all the editing hopefully as well Sunday. I've got a bit of time on Sunday afternoon, so I'm going to push through and get the editing done on these. So a lot of these parts will go up, because I think you only got 3 parts and I thought we was going to get 4 this week, but that's purely because I just haven't had time with the editing. But as soon as I get them edited, they'll be up and you've got them and you'll be good to go. So that's it. So I'm going to leave you with your fantastic work this week. I hope you enjoy it. Have a great weekend everybody, and I'll catch you all Monday.
Control, are you gonna save me? Hi, welcome to Flory Models, Mel here. It's now Wednesday, 8th of July, so I thought I would do the daily vlog for you because Phil's elsewhere. So,